like give me diabetes in a perfume. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. My name is Maria, or it's MJ here on YouTube. So if it's your first time here, I talk about fragrances. I also talk about fashion and beauty and just really anything else that I just feel like discussing for the day. However, in today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I'll be talking about 5 blind worthy perfumes for the fall time. And these are just 5 perfumes that, I mean, I have many more, but some of them had a slight, I was like, you know, maybe I'll have a problem because of this and that. So I did think about this for about 2 weeks on what are the perfumes that I feel are pretty safe but still appealing, very likable by everyone, and still enticing, because I like all my fragrances to be enticing, alluring, and just to have this a kick, you know, that make them a little bit addictive, I feel, by myself and by other people. And by that I mean just other people around you just want to keep on smelling them. So I love the thrill of blind buying, but I'm not telling you to go out and do it if you do not feel comfortable. But I'm also not telling you to not do it. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. If you don't, then don't, you know. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing what are my top 5 blind buy worthy perfumes for the fall time, then please keep on watching. All right, so we're gonna start off with one that I've been pretty much dying to wear since I got it, and I did, but I just feel like it didn't play well with the heat, and this is La Belle from Gaultier. I wore it, like I said, a couple of times, and I feel like it was competing with the heat. For some reason, I thought the heat was actually going to amplify the sweetness, make it project more, but no, it just like was kind of just getting sucked into my skin. It will last a long time. I just didn't feel like it was projecting the way that it should project. That being said, I recently wore it to go to sleep, and in my house it's super cold. It's like basically winter here, like during the nighttime, and it lasted and it projected like crazy. And I always considered it really based on the way it looks, the notes, like a fall scent, but I just couldn't wait to wear it. So this is a very simple minimalistic note breakdown. It has pear, bergamot, and vanilla. Now on Fragrantica it says that it has vetiver, and my friend Takara brought it basically to our attention, and because that's what we do, you us crazy perfume people, that's just what we do. We just research random stuff late at night. And she sent a screenshot that on the Jean Paul Gaultier website it doesn't list vetiver as a note. What it lists is bergamot, which is quite interesting, because honestly you could fool me. Like, I would assume that there is vetiver, like it does smell like it. So yeah, she brought it to my attention. So it's not vetiver, it's bergamot, which is interesting, but I'll explain. This is a very sugar and vanilla scent. Definitely have to like sweet perfumes and vanilla to like this. If you do, this is your heaven. It's strong. On first blast, wow, okay. On first blast is when I get the pear the most. The pear in here, I wouldn't consider it too green, and I don't consider it too ripe, but it is a very sweet pear. But it's not coming from the pear itself. I feel like it's coming from sugar. So what I imagine this to be is more of like a middle ground pear being caramelized in a skillet with loads and loads of sugar and some spices. So the spices in here that I get is cinnamon. There's no cinnamon, like I said, there's only 3 notes. There's the pear, there's the bergamot, and there's vanilla. But there is some spices in here, which is why you would fool me if you would tell me that there's some vetiver, because there is this spicy kick to it. So it's like caramelized pears with loads of sugar, some cinnamon, and vanilla, like vanilla extract. It does smell like a dessert to me, like a perfumey dessert. Just a super sweet sugary vanilla. It's, oh my god. And I also do consider it quite mature. It's not like pink sugar. Like, I don't think you would smell this and think 14-year-old girl. Yeah, this slight earthiness, spiciness, you could fool me if you tell me that there's vetiver, like literally. So that's La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's a sugary vanilla with a spicy kick. It's really nice. All right, my next one, oh my god, I'm so excited. I already put this up next to my jewelry because it's one of my August perfumes, so spoiler alert for August favorites. And this is Azzaro Wanted Girl. I got this one when it wasn't, I feel, too talked about, and I'm actually glad that I got it. I feel like this perfume is very underrated, and when I got it I looked at the Fragrantica reviews. There wasn't a lot of videos on this one, and the Fragrantica reviews were not all that great. If you look at the reviews, they're not that they're not that nice. I don't think it's boring. The composition of this is floral, gourmand, and oriental. I don't think that it leans too gourmand, and I don't think that it leans too floral. I think it's right in the middle, so it's perfect for both worlds. If you like gourmands, if you like florals. The longevity on this is pretty good. I won't say that it projects like a beast, but it is more of a sensual, I would say mature, sweet perfume. I described this in the past as reminding me of Alien, like a very far cousin of Alien, the gourmand cousin of Alien, and I still stand by that. I'm going to do a full-on review, as I always promise. I have like a bunch of individual reviews that I want to do, but I do want to do a full-on review on this perfume, and I'll tell you why it reminds me of Alien. And it's not the original Alien, it's a flanker of the original Alien, and it's a combo. I know I'm not making sense, but back to the perfume. So this opens up very like invigorating. There's ginger, there's this orange blossom, there's pomegranate, and there's a pink pepper. So it opens up very like invigorating, fresh, sweet, slightly spicy. That eventually kind of settles down into the skin, and then the dulce de leche and the tonka bean is what comes off on my skin, and that's how it starts to form. And that's pretty much going to be the remaining scent throughout the whole face of the perfume. So on my skin, it's more of a dulce de leche, tonka bean, and orange blossom. I actually thought that I really liked orange blossom because of this perfume right here. Eventually I found out that I'm not the biggest fan of orange blossom depending on what it's blended with, but because of this perfume I thought I was, because it's just and the dulce de leche in here is also not super creamy. It's not very realistic, and it's not very heavy and dense. It's more of a dulce de leche powder, and mixed with the tonka bean, it adds this slight nuttiness to it. It's warm, it's sensual, it's cozy, and it's mature. And even though it's not liked by many, I still consider it a safe blind buy, because I don't see why you would not like this. I just don't understand it. And I like the way that dulce de leche is on that one. It's not always that you want this heavy gooey dulce de leche. I mean, it kind of gets overwhelming when all your perfumes are that sticky, gooey, playful. That one, it's a little bit more powdery, and it makes it more mature, and it makes it wearable to other occasions. I actually wore that one to church, and I didn't feel too playful in the setting that I was in, you know what I mean? And then after church we went to like a family gathering. So it's a sweet, mature perfume, I find it to be. So that is Azzaro Wanted Girl. Y'all, I'm so excited. All my favorite perfumes are like displayed, and I'm super excited. All right, so this next one, I'm cleaning it. So this is Dolce Gabbana, The Only One. At first impression, I was like, I don't consider this a fall scent. The packaging just throws me off. For some reason, based on packaging, I imagined this to be very loud, rich, heavy, decadent, and it's not. So I had to wear it, I want to say maybe twice, to eventually be like, okay, this could be a fall scent. Overall, I think it's a year-round scent, but I'll explain why I'm putting it in the fall section. So there's this blast in the opening of like sweet citrus. There's this green apple and mandarin in here. I mostly get the green apple though, but more of like the skin of the green apple, and I was not expecting that. I know that it's in the notes, but for some reason I just overlooked it, and I was focused on the coconut. I was focused on the coconut, and I was focused on the vanilla. I'll tell you currently, from the 2 times that I have tried it, I don't get coconut. Well, I don't get much coconut. The coconut on me is not heavily emphasized. I get more of the green apple, the vanilla, the jasmine, the woods, yeah. So as it evolves on my skin, the fruitiness, that citrus opening tames down. I want to say that the skin of the green apple is very prominent on me pretty much throughout the whole way. It kind of just leaves eventually in the very, very, very dry down, but I mean like hours later. The sweet, citrusy, fruity opening is why I considered it more of like a summer fragrance. So eventually how it evolved on me though, dry down on this, I kid you not, reminds me of Alien Essence Absolute. Jasmine with the vanilla and the woods on this, oh my god, like it reminds me a lot of that Alien. I love it. It's warm, it's cozy, it's delicious, and it's very, very addicting. You just want to keep smelling yourself. I hate how it just like gets so dirty and stuff. I just cleaned it. So yeah, overall in the dry down, this one is more of a woody vanillic jasmine with this slight fruitiness from the skin of the green apple. And I just think that it's different. It's not your everyday heavy rich vanilla caramel sugar, you know, even though of course I like that. Like I like sugar overload, like give me diabetes in a perfume, you know what I mean? But it's just different. Right, moving on to one that I talk about a lot for a good reason, and this is Casablanca from Swiss Arabian. I mentioned this perfume a lot because I layer it with pretty much everything. It didn't always start off that way, by the way. I used to wear it on its own, and eventually there were certain fragrances that I did blind buy, and I wasn't too fond of them for X and Y reason, and I started adding this, and one of them being Paradiso Assoluto I love now because of this, and I also could wear it on its own now. But this is one that I just started just mixing with everything. It's great on its own though. It surprised me a lot when I first got it because I was not expecting this. This opens up very fresh and fruity, but in a cloudy, airy way. It reminds me of a mixture of stuff like Kayali Vanilla 28. It has that brown sugar quality to it, and it has this freshness to it. A lot of people say that the opening is very apple juice-ish, and I would say that it is apple juice-ish. And the apple juice quality of it is very, very artificial. It's the apple juice that they gave you in school when you were like younger and stuff. It's that kind of apple juice. Like it reminds me of that now that I could pick it up. Because before I was like, there's no damn apple juice. But eventually it changes, it evolves, becomes more heavy on the caramel. But the caramel in here, as I've told you guys before, is so different. The caramel in here is not your everyday sugary caramel. This is not cloying, but it is sweet. It lasts forever, 10 to 12 hours, and it projects pretty well. The caramel in here has this like earthiness to it. There's some woods, there's Peru balsam, and there's suede, so it adds this extra depth, and it just doesn't make it like one-dimensional. It's not boring. I love to layer it once again with everything, but I also love it on its own. This is one that I did wear a lot to sleep because it's super comforting. It's very, very delicious. I feel like the notes of the woods with the Peru balsam and the suede is what adds that sweet balsamic touch, and it's very like oriental smelling, very, very different. I haven't smelled another caramel like that one. Right, talking about oriental fragrances, even though this is not an oriental fragrance, but it actually reminds me a lot of Casablanca. And this is a Michael Kors Midnight Shimmer. Tell me this bottle doesn't look like it's like holiday looking. Like it reminds me of Christmas for some reason, or like New Year's. This is my favorite top vanilla in my whole collection, and I'm not talking about like floral vanillas. I'm talking about like gourmand sort of vanillas. Like this reminds me of brown sugar, like warm brown sugar. There's this specific body mist lotion from Bath and Body Works. It's called Warm Vanilla Sugar. I think it is from Bath and Body Works. I'll put the picture on screen, but this is what this gives me. So this one is a mixture of like it has some Casablanca in here. It also has Kayali Vanilla 28. So there's this brown sugar quality to it. It's sweet, it's woody, it's like a woody vanilla, and there's that I think these two share Peru balsam, so it adds that like, just I don't know, like that woody vibe to it. They both smell very like oriental, I feel. So these two smell very similar but different. That's why I have both of them. I actually love the scent of Kayali Vanilla 28. Unfortunately, that perfume on me did not work out. It didn't project, it didn't last, and I mean like at all. I have already a review on it. I'll put it somewhere up here or down there so you guys can see it. But I had like really bad performance problems with Kayali Vanilla 28, and it sucks because I was looking for a very long time just a simple vanilla that reminded me of like brown sugar. That's just what I wanted, and I mean like a literal brown sugar that you're like warming up in a skillet, that type of brown sugar, and that's what Kayali Vanilla 28 gave me. Unfortunately, performance was really bad on me. And for a long time I kept looking up vanillas, and I kept having blind buy fails because I kept getting floral vanillas. That's why I always emphasize floral vanillas. Eventually, through that, I ended up falling in love with floral vanillas, but it was just never the simple brown sugar vanilla that I was looking for, till I came across this. This fixed my brown sugar vanilla kick. This is a woody vanilla and brown sugar. pretty much nothing more, nothing less. It's really good and it intensifies with wear. It also lasts a long time and it does project. So yeah, you do need a little extra like sprays. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know, it's not like La Belle. With La Belle you put 2 and it's like powerhouse. With this one, yeah, you definitely need like, you know, find all of them just pretty mature, sweet perfumes. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to keep up with me. I usually post a lot more there than I post here. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and comment down below. What am I gonna ask for you guys today? What do you think about the ones that I mentioned today? Also comment down below, what are other fall perfumes that you guys find pretty safe, pretty blind buy worthy? So with that being said, as always, I hope you guys have a beautiful and wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye guys.